Welcome back to another episode of the Weebu
Slice
podcast. We get your weekly anime,
gaming.
news, reviews, and discussion. Welcome back.
Welcome back, my people.
So, first thing first.
You already know.
We got to get the YouTube stuff out the way. So, make sure you like, comment,
Subscribe.
and share the video. Make sure you like the video.
Seriously, down below, like.
So, we're going to take you guys some time to like the video. Go ahead and hit that like button.
Moment of silence.
So we have a giveaway going on. We almost there. We more than halfway there. We try to get to 100 subscribers. Once we get to 100 subscribers, we're going to enter you guys' name in a randomizer so you can win
a gift card
for $25. Who want some free money? I know I do.
Man, free money, you know what I'm saying? It's free money. Easy. All you got to do is just hit the subscribe, hit the like, follow us and share the video.
So,
help somebody out.
Let's get into the first topic of the week regarding anime. So, we've been watching Yasuke, the new Netflix anime regarding the Black Samurai, and we're going to give our thoughts about it. So before you even give a summary of it, let's give your grade first.
Oh, you're just going to just hit me with the grade.
Get straight down to the dirty and gritty, man. Get down straight to it, straight to the point. What's your grade?
My grade is a B.
Oh, so I thought it was lower than that at first.
No, I had it at about a B.
Why is that?
Well, it's like really a B minus to be honest, but I'm just gonna say B.
So you the generous one.
I am very generous
because when it comes to me, I'm like, you know what? If it's terrible, it can get a D. It can potentially get an F. Like, I don't play around when it comes to grades.
Well, the thing about it is, hopefully, it's gonna pick up traction. But I just feel as though there's nothing about any of the characters that really captivate me. I was talking to a buddy of mine earlier, and he said the same exact thing. He said it's not bad. Mappa is a studio that made the artwork, so shout out to Mappa because it's it looks really nice.
Hey, Mappa been putting that work, boy. I'm trying to tell you because Attack on Titan. The first episode was like, then as the rest of the season, I'm like...
But the traction gets to go rolling, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. The ball gets rolling. So, with this, you're like, okay, this guy, he has some samurai skills, but he's not a total, you know what I'm saying, overpowered main character. So he gets beat up a couple of times, not to give anything away, but the storyline is a little intriguing. I'm just trying to see where it goes, especially with the little girl and things of that nature, and how she's has this power to pretty much be the strongest force in the world.
I just want someone that broke the bamboo and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I will say this, I would give it a C. It's a little bit lower than you, but I will say this. I did, I love Ghost of Tsushima storyline.
Yeah.
And how good it was and how the Mongols evaded Japan and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And ever since Ghost of Tsushima, I've been pretty intrigued with that particular...
With the samurai lifestyle, the way of the samurai?
Just that particular, era in Japan.
Oh, that Edo era.
Yeah. So...
Edo period.
So this anime actually briefly goes over the Mongols invading the same thing. It's like
Nobunaga and a lot of the... Japanese culture and a lot of the video games, even in Onimusha, if you remember that series. Nobunaga was
that's about the Mongols invading Japan too.
Well, that one Nobunaga is actually like this evil demon being.
Oh, so it's more like Japan,
but
like feudal lore and stuff like that.
But yeah, Onimusha, you play as a samurai or a swordsman, and he plays in pretty much that same time.
I can say remastered it, but they allow you to play it on Xbox now.
Oh yeah, Onimusha, I saw that. I thought about picking it up because that brings back memory. I actually beat that before. A very tough game for its age.
Yeah, I gotcha. So see, for me, the story it's winning me over. But the thing is, it's only so much you can do with it in only 6 episodes. It's only a 6-episode series. I'm like, so it has potential. It definitely has potential. It has potential. So we'll see where it goes from there. So
shout out to what's his name, Lakeith.
Oh yeah,
for being the main character for the English version.
So my thing is, what do you think about his performance?
It's not bad. It's not
cringy. It's kind of cringy for me.
It's not as good as his performance.
His regular acting.
It's like his regular actor. Like if you saw what is it, Judas the Black Messiah? Yeah. That role felt very empowering.
Yes. He needed to go see therapy after that.
That's what I heard. He had to go see like some type of therapy because sometimes when you get in some of these different roles, it kind of messes with your mind. Yep. Look at Heath Ledger, perfect role as the Joker, arguably one of the best. But look what happened. R.I.P.
Yep. So that's what I was thinking. It was kind of cringy. You can hear his voice. You can recognize his VA voice. But I'm like, this is not for you. I don't want to be rude. But I'm like, this kind of not for you.
It just didn't feel like nothing to captivate. No emotion behind it.
Yeah, he was just talking. Like it was like
pretty much just reading the script word for word.
I think he literally just won the role purely based off his name alone. In my opinion.
Well, he just got done doing a major role. Yep. I believe some of the people from that movie won Oscars or were nominated and runners up.
No, your boy did win an Oscar. The dude from Get Out, Daniel.
Oh yeah,
Daniel,
that's what I thought. I couldn't believe he won an Oscar.
Yeah, he did win an Oscar for his performance. Which I think
that performance was phenomenal.
He deserved it. He deserved it. So that's it for that one. So, you guys, have you heard about Hunter X Hunter coming back? But not the way you think it is. So
wait, what do you mean by that? Because I've been hearing rumors of the anime eventually.
So they want to bring back the anime, but they never gave a particular date yet. But instead, they got a mobile game coming out that's basically the Hunter exams. It's an escape room, but it's based off the Hunter exams. So would you actually try it out? Because I know have you ever did a escape room before?
Never done an escape room before.
For real?
I have not.
We're gonna have to try one out because it's actually pretty dope.
I hear they're fun and big in groups, but I have not.
It's very the one I went to, it was the hardest one. My very first one was the hardest one, and dude, you have to be collaborative with your teammates. You have to collaborate with everything. You cannot do absolutely nothing without your teammates. Everyone is a very crucial team member, so you have to work together basically. And dude, it was actually an experience that you should try out. But are you guys gonna try out this mobile game regarding Hunter x Hunter? And it's basically based off of the Hunter exams, because the Hunter exams are actually pretty dope.
Well, yeah, if you remember it. But fun fact: did you know that Hunter x Hunter is the longest hiatus anime right now? Well, over 800 days or something of that sort.
At first, I didn't know that until you told me it's like several days ago, and I'm like, "Are you sure?" Because I think Bleach got Hunter x Hunter, and you're like, "Nah, go look it up. You're gonna Google it." I'm like, "Okay." But,
I thought that's just a little fun fact.
So we'll see. So the main topic of this week. Guess what anime won Decade of?
Anime of the Decade.
So yeah, I apologize for that. Yeah,
anime of the Decade.
So I do apologize. Yes, anime of the decade. What you think is going to be anime of the decade? So take a moment of silence. Anime of the decade is no else than Naruto.
My boy Naruto.
Do you think Naruto actually deserves anime of the decade?
I would say yes. Absolutely.
And I think me and you, to be honest with you, it's kind of biased because Naruto is like one of our top anime shows of all time.
Of course it is. Life, all I have to say is one word, 2 words. Life lessons.
Yeah, so I'm not going to just basically be around the bush. I really do believe it's anime of the decade because it teaches you so many stories. I know people always talk about Naruto got plot armor, even though it's not really Naruto, it's actually Naruto. If you want to pronounce it correctly, because in Japanese they don't pronounce R's. It's actually more like close to like between R and the L, so it's Naruto. And Sasuke, if you really pay attention in the show, Sasuke is the only person who actually pronounced Naruto name actually correct. Because you got the people that's outside looking and call it Naruto. I'm like, you so disrespectful. And then so disrespectful calling Naruto. Soon as somebody said, I watch anime, like, oh, what you watch? I watch Naruto. Oh, no.
Emphasis on the R.
No. Yes, Naruto. And I learned so much stuff. You obviously know my favorite character is Pain. And just everybody, I think everybody in the show had their own time to shine. To Neji fans, to,
Rock Lee fans, Mike Guy. It has a little
Itachi, like
oh man, no. You can't speak enough about Itachi.
I think a lot of shows don't really highlight side characters like that.
No.
And this show literally highlights everybody's background, even though it does have a lot of filler, but it highlights everybody's background, and everybody decides like, okay, you even gotta fall in love with the main character. It's so many other characters in the series. You're like, oh, I gravitated towards him. Oh, I gravitated towards him. And
even some of the villains, you're like, they're actually pretty cool,
And that's like, I ain't gonna say it's equivalent, but everybody wanted to be a Super Saiyan, and then when Naruto came around, everybody wanted to be a Hokage.
Oh yeah, everybody wanted to be a Hokage. Everybody's ninja running around here. Yes, it was so popular. Yes. They put it in a video game.
They put it in sports games.
Exactly.
So they put it in sports games. They put it.
I would say I've never seen that with Dragon Ball Z. I have seen it in the WWE games, but not other than that. But they also put Naruto in WWE games. So
yes. So
I'm just saying.
So now, you guys, let us know. Do you agree?
Down in the comments, let us know.
Do Naruto deserve to be the anime of the decade? For me, obviously, we just gave our answer, and we gave you reasons why. Now, you let us know.
It's S-class.
Do you agree or you disagree? And you let us know what is your anime of the decade. Now, so we're going to go into the scenes from high popular anime that captivated us this week. So, sir, I'm going to let you go ahead and take lead on this one.
All right. So, if any of you guys have watched Tokyo Revengers this week, you already know where I'm going with this one. So,
hold on. Before you even get into before you even get into the show, what's your grade? Did it tip up or did it go down?
He definitely tipped up. So I'm a man who can admit when I was wrong. Mm-hmm. And this guy Mel over here, he said, "Bro, it's getting good. It's getting good. Just give it time. Just give it time." And this episode, I was captivated because the main character goes onto the roof, sees his best friend from when they were in middle school.
Before you go to that, no, he was in the past and he went back into the present.
Well,
and then he saw his friend that way because he was talking to him in the past when he was teenagers, and then he met him again.
He met him again
in the
present time, mm-hmm. And they have this moment that was kind of surreal where he pretty much puts all the clues together about what's going on.
It's crazy that how everybody in this show is really putting the time travel thing together so fast. Like her little brother put it together extremely fast. And then he put it together like, yeah, this and that. And he's like, hold on, like you changed the outcome already. You can change the outcome again.
And he says, "I'm counting on you,"
mm-hmm.
and jumps and commits suicide off the roof. And I'm just like, what is going on here?
The crazy thing is, I knew he was about to jump because he said how he was talking like he was depressed. He said he's scared of the dude. He like, know.
I felt like something has to happen to gravitate him to go back in the past because he didn't want to go. Something had to happen to tip him over the edge to be the best version of himself.
And I like how his character development, even though he still be getting his butt whooped and all that stuff, but I like his character development because now...
Well, his mentality is getting better.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So, like, in the previous episode in our podcast, I was telling how he was, crying. He said, why would I even go back in time to save this girl? I have no attachment to her and stuff like that. And now he's like, you know what? She deserves it. She deserves to be saved. I'm saving everybody. Now, because he broke down, the old dude committed suicide. He broke down like, I'm saving everybody now.
Well, because he understands, with great power comes great responsibility. And he really understands what he needs to do to not only save himself, but to save everyone around him who's making him into a better version of himself.
Yep. And on top of that, when he got to know the dude that eventually became like the top gang leader, he's like, that's not him. He's not like that. He's really a good guy. And he like the little brother, like, no, if I got a chance, I would kill him my damn self. Like, I don't care. And because he killed myself. He's like, no, he's really a good guy. He's really a good guy. You gotta really give him a chance. And he like, now, like we were saying, like, okay, I'm going back. I'm saving everybody. I want to save him because he's a cool guy. I want to save the guy that jumped off the building. And I got to save the girl that got killed in the future. That's my girlfriend in the past. I said, oh, this is getting real.
It's getting very, very good. I can't wait for the next episode. So
now, while we talking about scenes that captivated us, what about that scene from He That Hero when old girl pulled up on him when he got back home from the date with the girl that he originally liked?
I think that whole scene was interesting because she pretty much kind of told him how she was feeling and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. And not only that, but on the flip side, back at the home that he left his ward, I'm going to call her, and the chick that likes him together, she pretty much tells her, look, what are your plans? What do you plan to do? No matter which way you slice this dice, you're a high schooler. Embrace that. Yep. And you have to make some executive decisions around here. And she hugs her.
Yeah. Listen, first of all, she was trying to throw that peace leave on him real bad because she like, you know what? He about to kick me out. soon, because he's like, my old girl want to meet you. Now, old girl's coming over. He didn't say she want to meet him. It's like, old girl's coming over. She said, she just went down like, here you go again.
There only can be 2 of us in this town.
Here you go again. I'm about to get that young boot. I'm about to get the boot. People be kicking people out of lobbies. He finna get that young boot. And he like, no. She want to meet you. And she like, oh, why she want to meet me? And then that was the end of the show. But when she pulled up to him like prior, I think it was before he went on the date with her, and she was in like underwear, and she's like, you know what? I gotta get myself to you because you let me live for free. I gotta get myself.
She felt like she was obligated to do something to pay for, boarding.
So, and what I was thinking is, I think multiple guys that was older took advantage of her multiple times.
But she admits it. She said guys were staying with, and I had to perform favors, which you can kind of insinuate, and it kind of made
a lot of sense.
And it made it the
reason why she acted
feel bad. Exactly, because she was a little promiscuous. I was like, whoa! For 16 years old, you have no shame in your game.
But a lot of guys take advantage of people like that, and let's be honest, I think you'll be one of them perverts. Like, you know what? You're not staying here for free. You gotta do something for me now.
No. I'm a generally good guy.
I'm just messing with you, but no, he's a really good guy too. And I was thinking like,
but she's helping him in so many ways to develop in the man that he needs to be. Yeah. Maybe it's the fact that it's pretty much just like having a teenage daughter for him. Yeah. And it's putting him some perspective in his life, because his life was going down the tube, wasn't taking care of himself.
He just didn't care though.
Yeah, but this is giving him some initiative. So they're pretty much complementing each other. And I think that's what makes me like the show.
But when you really think about it nowadays, anime is becoming more and more realistic, because majority of women you see all the time want somebody who have ambition and who's like well-groomed and all that stuff. And the girl, she liked him, but the reason why she didn't let him know because he didn't have that ambition. And the thing is, most women like men that, other women like. And soon she thought he had another woman in the picture.
She said, my spidey sense is tingling.
And everybody was like, oh, hold on, this man coming to work with nice clothes, well groomed, like somebody is in your house. What's going on? And then now everybody want to holler at the boy. Back then they didn't want me. Now they all on me. That's what happened.
Who? Mike Jones.
They definitely all on him now. But it's really good. I can't wait for the next episode. It's getting really good.
I can't wait either.
Now, let's go to my next show that I was talking about that was really good, was To Your Eternity. So I told you that was another show that was going to be really good, because I told you it's like, reincarnation of the slime, and he is actually, the thing is, he's not even a person. It's more like a manifestation of a thing. Yeah. And he's transforming from being to being. So he's a rock, and then he transforms into a wolf, and then he transforms into a human. Once that being dies, he takes manifestation of that being. Right. So he just take over it. And what happened was, the most recent one where they was fighting this like big bear that was like a being that nobody. It was a folk tale. It was a legend.
Pretty much, it was like a legend, but it really was a big white grizzly bear.
Yeah, it was a legend, and the thing is they was sacrificing children. Like, okay, but the girl found out why.
Pretty much just to scare them, to keep them in a place.
That's crazy. And the little girl had to ask the old lady, like, why did you even pick me to be sacrificed? And her old boy gonna just say,
"You're pretty."
Like, what?
I said, man, I should have been an old hag, is what I would have thought.
I said, what? I thought it was way more that went into the selection process. And I'm like,
because everybody else was scared, and she was la 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 la. I'm smiles. We're gonna take that away from you. You can't give hope out here.
I really appreciate how the girl that was like she looked up to really put everything on the line to save her.
Oh yeah, that. Like everything on the line to trying to escape, and they made her clean the bear and take all the stuff out of it. But
before you even get to that, you gotta still go over the part when they actually fought the bear, and the guy that was like the one that transformed into a different being, actually grew a little attachment to the little girl.
Oh yeah,
and he actually turned back to the wolf to protect them. He actually killed the bear for them. And the people that was trying to sacrifice the little girl was like, wow, hold on, let me see what's going on. And they like, okay, we can't allow you guys to go back to your village because they can't know about this legend, because obviously the legend was controlling them. Right. So he like, come back to our village. We're gonna take care of you guys. We're gonna treat you guys like family, this and that. They get there.
She drugs them. She drugs them, and that's what kind of like I was sad. I was like, so they did all these great things, and she's just a little girl, but because because they're seeing the bigger picture of this is either a money scheme or we can use him for wars,
a political game,
or how can we manipulate this in our favor?
It was for political gain, and I'm not even gonna hold you up. I really felt bad for the little girl. I felt bad for her because she just keep getting manipulated. She just keep getting taken advantage of. And I'm like, dang, like this little girl is going through a struggle. And when she got to, the thing is, her hopes, her personality still haven't changed after everything that happened. She still got high hopes, very energetic. And
she's a kid. She's very optimistic.
Yes, very optimistic. Like, I'm his mama.
Yeah, she said, yeah, I'm his mom.
So, and I was just waiting. So now they got them in cages and stuff, treating them like animals. And they got her and a little being that can transform, cleaning the bear that they killed. Because they about to basically share the legend off to other people. Like, hey, so we got the bear. We was able to capture it. So they didn't do absolutely nothing. They just want to take all the credit for it. And the girl that saved her, she was figuring out a way to get out of there, right? And she did get out. And I'm like, I'm just sitting here waiting the whole time, like, please transform into this guy dang old bear.
That's my biggest thing too. That's what I wanted to chime in at was like, all right, so when's he going to be the bear? All right, when's he going to be the bear? He's going to be the bear and it's about to destroy everything.
I'm like, man, yes, that's what I wanted. I'm like, man, turn to this bear and let them have it. Give them what they deserve.
I think that this is what I think is going to happen. Next week, I think something's going to happen to where it's going to push him over the edge to become the bear.
Yes.
Because I don't believe the bear is actually dead. He's just severely hurt right now.
I think so too. So, man, to be honest with you, I originally thought the bear would wake up and get that girl, just bite her. I'm like, man.
Yeah, because like I guess it's so defeated, it's so hurt that it can't move, it can't do anything.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very interesting next week. We just have to stay tuned and watch.
Yes. So I'm very interested. So I'll let you do the next honor, sir.
So one of my favorite animes has just got an announcement that it is coming back in 2021.
Did they give you a particular release window for 2021?
So the name is Tower of God. I highly recommend anybody to check this one out. It's definitely an A anime.
For me, it's a B. It's really good, but it didn't captivate me like the way it captivated him. But I would definitely be checking out season 2. I thought, when he got his powers, and he was like,
oh, you talking about Bam?
Yeah, he got his powers, and the thing is, it's always them females that always train on people, like how it is.
But that's what makes the story very interesting, is the fact that she pushes him in one of the final episodes.
So it reminds me, you obviously like Rising of the Shield Hero, and how old girl was a huge a-hole to him and was lying and all that stuff, and she was the same way. He was literally just gonna give his life for her. And she's like, you know what? I don't care about nothing you're talking about. I will sacrifice you to get your power. I basically just want your powers so I can become the god of tower.
Well, she wants to get to the top because she wants to see the stars, and she was like, by any means necessary, because the theory is you get to the top and any wish, anything that you ever wanted, and all answers are at the top of the tower. So you must climb if you want to know. And he's only in there because he wants to follow her, because he likes her and he lives for her.
Yeah, but she said, because technically he thinks that she saved him in the beginning, and he like basically just works with the ground she walks on, because he don't have any prior knowledge to what he was doing before he met her.
She taught him what it is to be a human and humanity. So there is no actual release date yet, but sometime in 2021 we're supposed to get that web anime back. So we'll keep you guys posted. So stay tuned for that one.
So now, sir, do you have any updates about anime that you've been watching that you think is intriguing that you want to let our fans know?
I would say Sestive, the Roman fighter, is the anime that I've been watching.
You in these anime shows with these unorthodox titles, like you just like, oh, this look interesting just because of the title, and like, hold on, it's actually pretty good because it just happens to be that way.
Sometimes I just pick them that way.
No, lately that's like yo go getters. It's the one that's the most random, unorthodox title.
If I haven't taught you guys anything, if you've been listening to us, the longer the title, the better.
So go ahead and give us a brief description of this anime that you want to let everybody know about.
So this is about a Roman fighter. He is a slave, and pretty much how back in the day the Romans in the Colosseum and fighters, if he wants to gain his freedom, he has to fight. So he gets trained by an ex-fighter.
So we got some fans out here. I don't mean to interrupt you, but we got fans that really love anime based on action alone and fighting. Besides, me and you like slice of life. So, is this one of those action-packed animes from the beginning?
I would say yes. In the beginning, there's a fight almost immediately, and it kind of just jumps you in. But I think what's interesting about this anime is that the art style is a mix between regular 2D and then it also has 3D. So it's not your typical anime. So if you can get adjusted to the way the art style is, I reckon the storyline is pretty decent. So right now, I've watched maybe 2 to 3 episodes. I would give it a B.
Do you see it getting higher than that?
Depending on how the story goes, and I'm a little invested in the character, the way that they portray him to be. So,
how many episodes are there available?
I believe, well, it's only 5 right now because it's off the spring catalog.
Yes, I'm just asking so we can let the fans know what they get.
So I would only assume, like most animes, 12 probably or 13, depending on where they want to leave.
Yeah, I just want to know, like, if you want to get invested, like, what's out there and how many episodes you need to get to actually get a good grasp for the show.
I would say episode 3.
You think so?
By the end of episode 3, you'll know if you like this anime or not.
Okay, so I'll check it out. I haven't had a chance to watch it, so we'll see. That's what his little cat in the bag was. He wanted to pull out today. So now let's get into our weekly gaming news. So the first news for the gaming section would be Fable is actually being built from the ground up in the Forza engine. Thoughts and opinions?
It's going to be a lot better, and it's going to look a lot better than some of what we're used to.
Dude, so we both played Fable 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3, definitely.
So did you beat all 3?
I did.
So I beat all 3 also. Like, Fable was a great game, especially for 1 and 2. And obviously, it wasn't hardware, like graphic pushes. Like,
oh no, that was more about storyline
and gameplay. So it was more story driven and gameplay, but it still was a good game. But if it's being built in Forza engine, you already know how Forza games look. So
it's gonna be beautiful.
I can only imagine how it's gonna look, and I just want to like all the special effects when it comes to like the magic.
Oh yeah, it's gonna look. So were you a light character or a dark? Which way did you go? Evil or good?
So I'm gonna give you. So let me start with the first one first. So I had Fable originally, obviously the original Xbox, and that's when I was obviously younger. And when I was younger, I just wanted to be a villain all the time.
You just wanted to terrorize people.
Yeah, when I was younger, I didn't care. I just wanted to kill everything in my path. I was a huge villain. Like, I made sure I got 100% with the horns and everything.
I was a goodie too. She was not gonna lie.
Well, we can tell you one of those guys to snitch and like you be just like this.
Hey.
But no, I wanted to be a villain when I first started playing. But once I got older, I'm like, okay, you know what? I already did the villain thing. Let me go ahead and try the opposite end. So when Fable 2 came out, I did the opposite. So I'm like, okay, because everything you do obviously plays the roles in your morality.
Yeah, that's what I like. I like those games with morality. Just like in Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, there's morality, light side and dark side, and you get different powers based on that.
So,
but I heard it's supposed to be co-op, possibly.
So, the news, don't quote me. So the word on the street is right now it's still a single player driven game with co-op options.
Okay.
So it's mostly focused on single player, but you still can play multiplayer co-op with your friends. It's mostly like Fable 3. I didn't like. I think it's like more close to like Fable 2. Because Fable 2, you really didn't need somebody to play with you. It was more just an option.
Okay.
So that's what we're looking forward to. Are you guys fans of Fable? Because I know I enjoyed all 3 of the games, even though Part 3 wasn't the greatest. But I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot, and the money-making system was really nice because you could make money while the game was off.
So, now, there has been a huge leak regarding the next Sony State of Play. So, it's been...
Tell us.
So, it's a whole list. You guys probably came across it one here and there. It's a huge list of games that's potentially probably be on the list and revealed. So, I'm not going to list every game here. You can check it out yourself, but I'm gonna put a link. I'll put a link to the list that's leaked.
Link's gonna be down in the description,
so you guys can go look at it yourself. But I'm gonna point out the key games that spoke to me the most.
All right, tell us. I'm excited now. I'm excited.
So the first game will be Back 4 Blood. Back 4 Blood is the developers who made Left 4 Dead. It's basically a successor to Left 4 Dead.
Okay. Zombie shooter. Gotcha.
So the open beta is actually coming in this summer. It's coming in June. They had a pre-alpha, closed beta, but it was on PC only.
I remember seeing some gameplay for that. I think they showed like maybe 10 minutes worth.
It's the closed beta already happened. It was only on PC, and I wish I would have jumped in and checked it out, but. It looks amazing. It literally is Left 4 Dead. That's literally what it is, just with a different name.
Just a different name.
Yep, it's literally the same core concept. You got random levels, 4 people.
4 people.
You can go to each level. You pick you got the little gun, your little med kit, and all that stuff, and then you go through each level. It's literally a successor to Left 4 Dead. That's literally what it is.
Will you be checking it out when it comes out?
Because I had Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, and I played a lot.
I played a lot of Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah, I
believe I played it with you. I think maybe. Oh, who was I playing?
I know for a fact I was playing with family members at that time.
I played a lot of Left 4 Dead 2. I think I was playing with my little brother. Shout out to him.
But I played a lot of Left 4 Dead. It was pretty good. My thing is, do you think that gameplay would live up to today's standards?
Oh no, that's like going back and playing Halo 2 and B was the crouch and there was no sprinting. You know, going back and trying to play like the remaster, you're like, oh my goodness, I was good at this.
So I think with the modern controls, I think if it get modernized and like better controls, more fluid, obviously 60 frames and up, I think this game should be 120 to be honest with you. It shouldn't be that much. It shouldn't be that demanding. But based on the graphics, it does look better than Left 4 Dead because Left 4 Dead is like an older PC game to be honest. But it does look up to date when it comes to graphics. But if the gameplay is transitioned to modern, I think it can be pretty good for modern FPSs.
Right.
But then they also announced, I'm laughing because it's funny, GTA 5 updates coming to next gen.
Of course they did. So it's been on like the last 3 systems and it's still making money.
I always see this little meme going around, and the meme is PS2 alone has 3 GTA games, and then GTA 5 have 3 systems.
Seriously,
it's like the opposite. But yeah, so the thing is, the word on the street is it's gonna be some new updates for the next gen that's only available on next gen.
But I heard that you can get it on next gen for free. Don't quote me.
I have not heard that yet because Rockstar don't play with their money.
They're making most of it through the online community. So
I know the Rockstar. The little cash cards stuff like that.
But I think I might have heard some. Don't quote me. There's something along those lines. So I'd say we'll keep you posted in the future.
So would you guys? First of all, I'm just thinking right now. Sorry about that, but would you guys even go back and play Grand Theft Auto? Because I know it's
like
still
going back and playing Red Dead in my opinion.
But it's a little bit different because Grand Theft Auto had way more to do.
There is way more. There's
way more to do in Grand Theft Auto.
There was a lot of bullies when Red Dead first came out
because it's still a huge online community. I'm just gonna be honest. The best preference to play it on is PC just because of mods and role servers and stuff like that, and the role servers be lit. And I wonder what they're going to do. Are they going to allow mods on next-gen systems? Because that's going to be the game changer. If they allow mods on next-gen GTA, that's the only way I'll go back.
It'll be interesting if they did want to allow mods.
Would you, before we transition to the next topic, would you go back and play GTA if they allow mods? Or anything, there's no way you're going to go back.
GTA, I'll play the story and I'm done with it. I'm not a big GTA person.
So if they announce GTA 6, will you play online then?
I'll probably play GTA 6 for the story. I might dabble in online, but I won't play it. I know me.
Well, for me, it depends on if majority, like family members and majority of friends go back into it, and if they having fun and it's exciting, most definitely I'm gonna jump back in. Especially if they have mods and server roles like the PC version, which I highly doubt they would. But hey, a man can hope. So a man can hope.
That's true.
So on our next topic. So, did you see Sony actually renew the license for Sunset Overdrive?
I did see that, and I'm so excited because I love that game.
You did?
I did. I beat Sunset Overdrive on Xbox.
Did you get all the achievements for it?
No, those achievements were pretty hard. I got maybe like 30 to 40% of the achievements. Some of those achievements, I believe some of those achievements you only can get on online mode, which no one plays.
And the crazy thing about it is, Insomniac owned the rights to it. Xbox just published it. So Sony like, okay, since we own Insomniac now, we technically own the rights to that game. So now it's a high possibility that Sunset Overdrive gonna actually come to PlayStation for the first time. And then this the kicker. They actually
be getting Sunset Overdrive too.
You'll probably getting a sequel, and the sequel will be called Sunset Apocalypse. So for all you lovers, I know it's gonna suck for people who liked it on Xbox, even though and Sony own now.
I wonder if it will be an exclusive.
No, it's definitely gonna be an exclusive.
That would be crazy. Go from one exclusive to the other.
So now, original Xbox exclusive game gonna be a Sony PlayStation exclusive.
And a lot of people have been asking for a while. Yes. When can we get a Sunset Overdrive 2? When can we get a Sunset Overdrive 2?
The crazy thing about
I asked a couple of times.
What's wrong with you? Are you okay?
I'm fine.
You scratching over there. But no, people been. It's a huge following for Sunset Overdrive. I mean, people actually love that game. And soon
I know. Did you get a chance to play it?
First, they gave the game away. They was giving that game like hotcakes. Like
like for $10 for all the DLC.
Yeah, they gave it $10. They got it on Game Pass. They gave it away for Games with Gold. Like they was just giving it out to anybody. Like they was doing the open free. You get Sunset Overdrive. You get Sunset Overdrive. You get Sunset Overdrive. Everybody gets Sunset Overdrive. So yes, I played it. I actually bought it when it first came out, and I'm kind of upset that I actually paid for it. Because
I bought it, and then when I saw it was cheaper, I traded it to GameStop and then got it. I think they might have it for free with Gold at one point. And that's how I got it, and I just downloaded it, and I had all the
this is
DLC too.
They gave it away so long ago. That's when Snap was still on Xbox One, so that's how
Newsflash, Microsoft, if you ever watch this, we want Snap back.
Well, this new system can do that, and they sleep now. Like you can do that feature in they sleep. Back in the day, like it wasn't. I think the hardware wasn't powerful enough to even have that feature. It was laggy. It took forever to load up.
I mean, if I could play the game and watch YouTube at the same time in the corner, it would be life.
So that's.
Hey, let us know down in the comments. Do you guys remember Microsoft Snap, where you can snap the game in the corner? If you like it, let us know.
I didn't care for it, but I do want to ask you guys. Are you interested in checking out Sunset Overdrive? Do you even care that Sony own the rights and it's most likely going to be a PlayStation exclusive now? And if so, are you willing to play it on PlayStation?
That'd be a yes for me.
Well, it's different for us because most people own one console, not both. That's kind of a deal breaker for some people.
That's true.
So now, let's talk about how Sony actually was having Epic pay them to allow crossplay. So if you don't know, Epic is the people who owns Fortnite and who actually develop Fortnite. So basically, Fortnite developers and owners had to pay Sony to allow crossplay. Because Sony originally, before crossplay actually got really popular and stuff like that, Sony was the one I got out. Like, you know what? If you want to play that game with your friends, you have to own a Sony platform. Because at that time, well, it still is. Sony was like the leading console manufacturer when it comes to units sold.
Yeah. So if you go by units sold, it's leading the charge. Yeah.
So obviously by PS4 killed last generation.
Oh yeah.
So they're like, you know what? The best play to play is PlayStation. So why would we allow crossplay now? If you want to play that game, come on over to PlayStation. They was trying to basically bribe people to come over to their ecosystem, and then the fans did not take that too lightly, and the fans got highly upset. Like, I just want to play with my friends, a free to play game. Please let us get crossplay, and that's why it eventually happened. So. What do you even think about that? It's only like, okay, you want to have crossplay, you're gonna have to cock up some little coin over here.
Well, it seems like they're just trying to make an extra buck because there's plenty of other games that have crossplay.
But Fortnite was the first; it was the pioneer.
Yeah,
crossplay.
That's because it's the number one.
The number one free to play game. You want to say that? Because
free to play and
Battle Royale.
Battle Royale. That's the way I'm going. Thank you. It's number one Battle Royale, but it's losing a lot of its steam to some of the other Battle Royales.
Like your little favorite game,
like Apex and Call of Duty. I believe Apex may be.
It's crazy.
Second.
It's crazy. No, Apex is actually number one right now.
Well, they came out with the new season, and the new season is pretty good.
So the thing is, it's crazy because my little nephew used to love Fortnite, and now he's like highly on Call of Duty now. Like like a lot of kids went to transition from Fortnite to Call of Duty. Because I went to E3, and dude, Apex they had their own booth, and I mean a huge section. And I mean people, I'm like, what? And it's people going over to play not Apex, but Fortnite. And it's a tournament, a live tournament, and people winning buku amount of money. And I'm like, you can play Apex. I mean, you can play Fortnite at home, but dude, they had this little stage going on. People was playing music. It was, celebrities.
It was lit, huh?
It was a party for Fortnite at E3, and it was like lit. So Now to look at how it is now, like it's like I don't say it's dead, but they trying to do what they can to get people to come back.
Well, that's what I think they're doing with a lot of the skins, like the Master Chief.
They got a Naruto skin coming out too.
Yeah, like I think that's what it is, and the Kratos and things like that. So we'll kind of keep you guys informed on where that goes.
So, sir, I'm gonna let you go ahead and lead the next topic when it Garden Island gaming news for the week.
Oh, so did you guys hear about BioWare leaking the gray word photos for? That was a lot to say in the same sentence. The gray word photos and Dragon Age 4. So, have you played any of the Dragon Ages?
So, let me be honest with you. So, Dragon Age Inquisition, it was one of them like that. It was on a 1.
Yeah, Inquisition.
So I tried to get into it. I was playing it. I probably put in, I'm gonna be honest, about an hour at the most.
Not very much dedication. So we're not judging you.
About an hour.
We're judging you.
About an hour. So I was like, I can actually, I like all types of games. I can try. It don't matter. Only game I have like an issue with is like strategy games, like on PC. Like you have to have like real time strategy.
Okay.
So that's the only games I really don't get into. But I do play RPGs all the time, and I'm like, I tried it and I didn't like the way it felt, and I just didn't. It just didn't wasn't that pleasing to me. So I was like, you know what? You can have this back. I didn't pay for it, so I'm like, you can have this back.
Well, I personally, I enjoy the Dragon Age, not 2 because they changed the game mechanics, but I like picking the different classes. I like the options of doing the side quests and things like that.
So I have a question, not to try to change the topic or change your mind, just keep that thought. So why haven't you yet on Final Fantasy 14 Online yet, since you like those type of games?
Well, Final Fantasy Online is a MMORPG.
I know that.
And I haven't even turned on my PlayStation, to be honest with you. So
you missing out. Like I said, keep that thought. Just, dude, I'm just gonna say this, and then I'm gonna let you finish your thought. It's like 20 million players online every day, and now I logged in like the other day again, and the lobby was full of names. It was just names populating everywhere, and I'm like, dude, I need a squad. Like,
well, I actually thought about going back to Black Desert.
Don't even do that to yourself.
Just because they have a lot. I get the Twitters, tweets from.
Don't do that to yourself, because when it comes to MMO, that's the way to go as of right now. Like, that's the way to go. And they got the new update next gen patch with it. That's the way to go. I ain't even trying to bribe you or even try to entice you.
But
just try it for yourself.
But it's only a free for a limited time, correct?
It's an open beta, so I don't know how long the open beta gonna actually go for it.
Right.
But you know how these MMOs are really, like, the open beta is technically the game. Like, same thing would happen with Phantasy Star Online. The beta was the game. Like Black Desert, the beta is the game. Just,
well, you had to pay at least $10 for Black Desert.
But it's still like all your stuff carries over. Like it's literally the game. But you can, sorry to get you off track. You can finish what your statement were at first, sir.
But there's no real news on Dragon Age 4 besides the leaked photos. There hasn't been any actual footage of it since the Gaming Awards back in December. So we'll have the photo up in the corner over here so you guys can take a look at it. But I think that I find it very interesting. Hopefully we'll get more news in the future, and we'll keep you guys posted.
Keep you posted. So, the hottest thing that was on these streets for a while is finally coming to PlayStation, which is Among Us. So, I know you guys. First of all, I'm just thinking, will you guys actually revisit Among Us? Because it's already on PC, it's already on Nintendo Switch, and it's obviously coming to Xbox too. So, you guys, do you think it's going to be as popular as it was on PC and Switch as it is going to be on the consoles? Your thoughts, sir?
I think the crowd for Among Us has died down.
I think so too. I think
it'll be a little interesting if it does when it does come, because it's not an if, it's when. I think maybe we'll stream it for you guys or something like that. Get in a couple of lobbies and just kind of see how it goes.
So my thing is, the number one thing that really matters to me, regarding this particular game, crossplay need to be available for all platforms. That's the number one goal. Make sure it's cross-platform. Second of all, I do think like the hype for it died down dramatically now. So I feel like if you should have made it for console, I think it should be made for consoles months ago. I ain't saying years, but months ago. So everybody is still waiting for it. I know it's only a small development team, but I wish
very small. Maybe was it like 5 people?
Yeah,
something like that.
A very small development team. and I just wish they put it on consoles first, even just one at a time, because they did Nintendo Switch like Xbox, okay, PlayStation, just one at a time and knock it out, so we can try it out.
I feel like they're just porting it. If you can do it on a Nintendo Switch, there's no way you should have a problem with the Xbox or the PlayStation.
Yeah, and that's all I was thinking. But I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna, like you said, probably stream it. But I just think it's funny, like when you like the killer and you trying to jump through vents and hide and all that stuff.
I know, you're just flat out lying.
And I'll be one of them guys just lying just for the heck of it. But the thing is, we would love, actually, if you guys would like, we will actually play with you. We can, if you got, because if it's crossplay, it doesn't matter what platform you're playing on.
Right.
So the more, the better. We want you guys to play. I don't want to say that because it doesn't sound right. Come join us.
Yeah.
Come join us, and we would love to have you play the game with us. So for the next topic is, did you see Battlefield 6 image leak? And it's set in 2025, so it's a more recent, modern first person shooter. They call it first person shooter.
I did see that it's set in a modern time period. I also saw one like rocket launchers and jump pads and different weather conditions around the environment.
But Battlefield 4 was something like that. I wish you would got into it more, because for a while, me and a lot of peers I was playing with, we was into Battlefield 4 as much people was into Call of Duty now. It was pretty good. Like, I liked it a lot. But a lot of things coming towards this Battlefield 6. It's gonna be more like the Battlefield 3 and 4 multiplayer, and it's gonna be that but on steroids, and it's catering towards next gen systems now.
So that means that it's gonna have the high 60 frames per second FPS.
Well, I don't know. I wonder if they can maximize the engine and see could they push it to 120.
It'd be interesting to see what they do with all those teraflops.
Yeah, so I will see what's going to happen, but that's the main scope. They should be announcing Battlefield 6 actually in the next couple of weeks or so. We should be getting a trailer. We should be getting everything. I ain't say everything because E3 is going to be mostly when people get news.
Well, yeah, I would say stuff is going to start trickling out within the next couple of weeks, and I think when June, that's where you're just going to hit the bam, everything.
It's going to be, the floodgates going to open up. But they post, this actually was a leak. So they supposed to be announcing Battlefield 6 in the next few weeks or so. So keep an eye out for that one.
Definitely.
So, did you guys actually play Division? Because I've had Division too, and I put a couple hours in, but I never really got too invested into it.
Haven't played since Division 1, so
technically you have Division 2, you just didn't download it.
Yeah, and I don't plan on it.
So Division 2 is similar to Division 1. It's pretty straightforward. It's a looter shooter, and
virus apocalypse.
Yep, some people will love to compare it to Destiny. Like, Destiny is the best looter shooter of all time, but he is C-Shay. I mean, he say C-Shay. Me, I'm not really into looter shooters like I used to be. Sorry about that. But
like Anthem, rest in peace.
I knew that was gonna be a flop. I was at the trailer. These people be selling these fake trailers, but that's a topic for another day. So, Division actually have a free-to-play mode coming out called Heartland. It's coming to PC and all consoles sometime between 2021 and 2022. They do not have a specific day release for it yet, but would you guys actually go back and check this free-to-play out? Because everybody trying to get into this free-to-play market. Well, since it's free, would you actually check it out? Let us know in the comment section below. So, our last topic of the week. So, we talking about how PS5 is trying to increase production to get these consoles out, because little do they know, it's still the best-selling console, even though it's extremely hard to get.
Well, yeah, because I heard that it was backlogged to, they were pushed back to like next year, that they wouldn't be able to catch back up to the actual production. So they're trying to figure out a way to, hey, how can we increase this?
Production, increase
profit?
Production, yes. So what they're looking into is everybody's going through the CPU shortage. I told you, everybody's going through it. Automobile manufacturers, Microsoft, everybody's going through this CPU shortage. So Sony's like, you know what? How can we get these production up and meet the demand that we actually have right now? So what they decided to do, word on the street, it's not 100% facts, but I'm pretty positive.
What's the word?
They decided they're going to use a new CPU. I think it's going to perform similar to the ones that we have, but they want to use a new CPU because they want to basically increase production and get these systems shipped out as soon as possible.
I just hope it's not going to be a downgrade in some type of way.
To be honest with you, I ain't gonna lie. I enjoy my PS5, and you know, people talk, like I said in the previous podcast, you know, people like you a beta tester, them PS5s gonna flop. I ain't gonna lie, my PS5 ever since the new update, it actually run better. Like I told you, like the little disc spins.
Oh, you don't hear it no more. It not sound like a vacuum in there.
You hear when you first boot up the game,
right?
It doesn't periodically just check in and see if the CD is inside of it. Like if you watching the app on YouTube and anything like that, it doesn't periodically does. Because at first, when you first bought it, it was just periodically check for the periodically check and see if a disc is inside the system, and it can be very annoying. Just out of nowhere, you just hear it spin up like zzz, real hard. But now it doesn't make that sound at all, and when you play in the game, it's actually much quieter. So I have zero. Remember, and we was playing Miles Morales, and it was giving us error codes.
Yeah, like, all type of things were happening that were bad.
So now it's like I haven't had error codes since then.
Nice.
Zero error codes, and I put my PlayStation in rest mode every time.
By the way, we both 100% at Miles Morales, if you were thinking it.
So I actually put my PlayStation in rest mode every single night, so I have no problems with it.
Nice.
So that's about it for this week. We're going to wrap it up. Once again, I'm Master Mill.
Night, man.
Thanks for joining us for this week podcast, and we will see you guys next week. We are out.